What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I'm super excited to get with you guys today because today is Hump Day, and when it's Hump Day, it's the Sports Lounge Media, and I'm a little sad today. I'm not gonna hold you. Love Island finale is over. I don't know what to do with myself, so I guess I have to watch baseball. And I did just that yesterday, and we're gonna be diving into it and talking about the All-Star Game and giving you guys some of that content and what we experienced. For some reason, it looks like Mark got a high chair because just a minute ago we didn't see Braves and now I see the Braves. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, that oh, he raises his seat now for us guys. But anywho, we're here. We're rocking. We're loaded. We're ready for this thing to kick off. I'm excited for everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us. We representing what we representing. Last week, Mark was representing. That's funny in the chat. Last week, Mark was rocking his Detroit Tigers uniform, and today he is rocking his Braves. Still confused, but one day we'll see what team he truly picks. And then we got Sarai down there repping the Phillies. I was going to say the Philadelphia Eagles because that's the team, but it's the Philadelphia Phillies. Enough said, right? Enough said. There's nothing to talk about there. But also, I'm rocking over here the Los Angeles Dodgers, your 2024 champions, and 2025 coming to you first. So I'm gonna talk my stuff because I can. We are world champions, so it is what it is. Get used to it. But anyway, we're gonna be diving into that. But before we dive into it, guys, Mark, hit us with them sponsors.
Of course, we've got Cali Built Graphics here in Tulare. Need any of your hats, shirts, decals? That is actually going to be released here real soon. They are actually working on the decals currently as we speak. But if you need anything, just hit up Rigo there. Then we also have Number One Sports Fan, where you get all of your jerseys, hats, any type of sports merchandise. They will take care of you over there. Just hit up Merced. They are located in Tulare, Visalia, Hanford, and West Covina down in Los Angeles, California. And you can also hit them up at the numberonesportsfan.com. And last but not least, we have Brian Martino Construction. Just hit up Brian at martinoconstruction.com and check out what he can do in any remodel project that he has that you send to his way. Anything over $10,000, mention the Sports Lounge and they will give you an additional $1,000 off. And of course, our biggest one, which we are here at the Sports Lounge, we are powered by the Mogul brand and the Diamond Collection. So, Mikey, where are you going to hit them up for that water right there?
www.poweredbytnb.com, and you could get 20% off in every order that you get if you put in the Sports Lounge Media. And if you guys are wondering what Sarai keeps looking down at, she's looking at a picture of the big dumper. I think that's what she's checking out. And if you guys don't know who that is, just Google it. But she's been on one since she's got her jersey on. She's on a different. Obviously, we'll talk about why in a minute. Why she's super excited to have that
here pretty soon or something.
Could be because she likes the Seattle Seahawks too.
I like Seahawks.
Could be.
So hey, I mean, all of a sudden it just like, I'm not a Philly fan. I'm gonna roll with a big dumper.
Yeah. Enough of that. But we don't do OnlyFans here. So, guys, let's get into it. What are the questions?
Yeah. So we just got done with the All-Star Game. So let's talk a little bit about the home run.
Okay, we're gonna start this thing over. We're gonna start it with more energy. I wasn't here last week. I'm sorry, guys. I usually bring the energy, but we're gonna start this thing off with Sarai. Take us into it.
Whoa. I think you need the red button here. We just need to go.
We was hyping and you're like come on, man. Bring the heat. Come on. People, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize to the fans.
Yeah, no. So let's talk a little bit about the home run derby and the big number.
Yeah, let's get past.
Talk a little bit about him.
Oh God,
let's bring it closer.
See if I had.
What y'all think of the home run derby? Tell me a little bit about it. What was your favorite part? What did you maybe not like about it?
I kind of go ahead, Mark, man, because I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I'll start it off. Look, listen, guys. My thing is I didn't like the fact that I think one rule that they need to implement into the home run derby is the past champion needs to defend the crown the very next year. Like that needs to be implemented. Yeah, not the fact that it was a Dodger that won it last year. That plays a little bit of a role, but it needs to be into it. Just doesn't when you have different guys every single time, it just feels which I think you should have different guys. But what I'm saying is that the champion needs to defend its crown. Philadelphia Eagles is the team to beat this year. Just like the Chiefs were the team to beat the year before. Like you gotta just defend. You gotta defend it. So that's my take on it. Other than that, they did put on the show. I like the fact that was it Cal that went both ways. He went left and right.
Mm-hmm.
I like the sentimental thing. He did have, I believe, his brother and his dad pitching. He had his dad pitching and his brother catching. His brother was like 6'3", I believe. And he looks like he's a big specimen as well.
And he's only 15.
And he's only 15. And his dad hit him. He said, "Wake up, smell coffee. We got to win this thing." But it was interesting though because they had correct me if I'm wrong. It was the first catcher versus the youngest.
First catcher
versus the youngest was a home run derby person to play to go against each other.
So Candario was the youngest ever participant in the home run derby, and
right.
with Raleigh, he actually is the first catcher ever to win the home run derby. So seeing something like that, you got the home run. He's currently the home run leader in Major League Baseball with 38 home runs, and so it was nice to see it. To me, I agree with you. You should automatically have to have the previous champion, unless for injury for some reason, but previous champion automatically has to go in my personal opinion. I think another person that they should mandate is if whatever home, Atlanta had Matt Olson originally, was supposed to be Ronald Acuna, but you should have a player representing that home team in the derby. So I think that should happen, and you should also be guaranteed to see at least. I mean, to me, the home run derby should be, the home run leaders. Besides for those two exceptions. You want to see best of the best. Why? I'm all for the fact is, you had Judge in there, or Judge wasn't in there. He's been in there before, but put Aaron Judge in there, Shohei Ohtani, things like that. Let those type of things happen. That's what the fans want to see. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was nice seeing Dario in there, and he definitely showed out, but didn't really have as much of a challenge. But that's my personal thought. I mean, I think at least the top two guys in the actual, leading majors should be in the derby. I mean,
yeah. I could kind of agree with that too, because it's the same thing that you get from the NBA All-Star weekend when you have the 3-point contest and you have guys that you don't know, or dunk contest when you know that guys can really dunk in the league, like Ja and all these other dudes. And then you got nobodies going in there and you got a guy from the G League winning it. Like, that's crazy work. Like, you need to put in the best dunkers. You need to be best 3-point percentages. Whoever has the best 3-point. Steph Curry should be in it every single year. WNBA did a solid too in their 3-point contest. You have Sabrina going in there. You got Caitlin Clark going in there. You also have what's the other girl? Kate, your girl.
Kelsey Plum.
Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum's in it, and I believe Gray is in it as well. So, I mean, you have the best of the best 3-point shooters in the 3-point contest. That should happen every year. And the same thing, it doesn't exclude for the home run derby. Have the best hitters up there batting, and that's what the fans want to see, and that it should happen. And I agree. And then also with the person whoever won the year before has to defend their crown.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the one thing, I was disappointed. You have Jazz Chisholm from the Yankees who hits 3 home runs. Yeah, I'm just like, dude, you had 3 minutes and you hit 3 bombs. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not a power hitter. And of course, when you're playing in certain places, we talked about it with the dimensions of ball fields and things like that. And of course, right-handed hitters have an easier time hitting a home run than lefties do in Atlanta because of the the height of the wall. And that's where you saw guys like Rooker from the A's who ended up barely losing, but he was barely clearing the wall in left field, but it's still a home run compared to balls that are having to fly out, with guys like O'Neal Cruz hit a 513-foot blast that managed to shatter one of the windows at the Chop House. Things like that. I mean, it's a little more complex, a little more challenging to hit those balls. When you're having those, it's just like you're trying to play in Fenway Park. You got to clear a 27-foot tall wall. So it's
crazy. Here's another thing too is correct me if I'm wrong. Was there a Phillies guy that was represented in the home run derby?
No, there was not.
There wasn't. Who was it that they said 14 out of 16 times that batter never cleared that team always has a person in there and they never cleared the first round? It was at 14 out of 16 times. What team was that?
That was the Braves.
Oh,
yeah, the Braves actually. That's one of the things. Braves. It's a National League team. They're not big on the long balls. I mean, these last few years because they've obviously changed. The baseball's being wrapped tighter. They're trying to lead it back towards a hitter's era, which is because they want the runs, they want the home runs, things like that. That's why you're seeing ERAs elevated, all that good stuff. But again, when you play in those certain ballparks, it's about the dimensions.
Yeah, I was about to say, some parks are different.
What were you about to say?
That some parks are different. It's a little bit harder.
Oh,
the measurements. We talked about that last week when you were gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dimensions.
I mean,
I think if you're in the major leagues, I mean, if you're complaining about getting over a wall, you have a batting problem, not a dimension problem.
No, because no ballpark is the same. It's not like football. It's not like basketball.
And that's part of home field advantage.
And that's why you see a lot of the players that are within Atlanta are usually right-handed compared to left-handed. You'll see teams like that.
Oh, that's why you wore Atlanta Braves.
It was in Atlanta.
It was in Atlanta. That makes perfect sense on why you wore the Braves today instead of the Detroit. Got it now.
But you have those situations. The same thing in San Francisco. You're trying to.
That we could skip that comment.
Hey, I tell you what, there's no seat that's bad in that place. Not at all. You can sit there and sit anywhere in that stadium, and it's a perfect seat. It's not like Dodger Stadium where it's overpriced and crappy. I mean,
all right, let's move on.
It could be overpriced. It could be overpriced, and that as long as you have one of these on your.
We had that a couple years ago.
Anyway,
I mean, so it's all right because we had that 3 years ago. We always got to let someone win.
A lot. Yeah, the Cowboys and a lot of other teams do live in the past. So I mean, I get you. I get what you're coming from.
I mean, the Dodgers will be living in the past once again this year.
We'll see.
All right, so let's move on.
Real quick. I'm going to bring this up real quick. So one of the things that with the dumper, as Sarai calls him,
come on, man.
He barely made it out of the first round. I have to, I'm going to acknowledge that he managed to have, before there used to be
his hits were solid.
Huh?
I thought his hits were solid.
They were, but the catch was
of course you did. Of course you thought it was.
But he actually ended up tied in the first round with Rooker, but he ended up beating him by instead of actually having him, battle against each other, what they did was it goes off of measurement, and he beat him by points. I want to say it was like 0.8. Like it wasn't even an inch. I mean, it was so close, it was ridiculous. It wasn't even a foot. I mean, it was just absurd. And so
it just So it was a waste of a big
It
dumper.
was a waste of a big
That's
dumper.
what
Yeah,
you're saying.
he almost
Yeah, I
you
get
know
it.
he almost crapped the bed is what he almost did.
I believe it. But moving on, real quick, we got down South Philly in the house. What's going on, brother? Hopefully, I know you've been kind of silent, but hopefully you're doing well, man. I was gonna call you today, but didn't have a chance. Super busy today, but I will get a chance to call you possibly tomorrow. But good to see you in the chat box, and you're well and doing great. Just seen Sports with Sunshine in a pretty good live just a minute ago, probably 30 minutes ago. Good to see him in the box as well. Shout out to him and his shows. He also says that man Mark is so happy.
It's baseball.
Yeah, explain to us
It's
why,
baseball, man.
Explain to us
Do you
why.
not enjoy talking baseball?
Ken Pat Talk says, yo, what's going on, brother? Good to see you in the chat box and you guys supporting us. The Marshall Experience. I called it Cal. All right.
He did. We had a
Okay.
conversation about it. He should, considering he led the majors in home runs so far. So there's no reason why he shouldn't have won it.
Down South is on the bandwagon too. Shout out to the Big Dumper. All right. I didn't know. I know you have a wife, bro. So anyways, we're going to move on. We're not P. Diddy won his case. We get it. Anyway, we're going to move on. And then we got Samuel says, shout out to Sarai. Much love to her, even though she's not a Astro fan.
No.
We got people who want you an Astro fan and a Texas Ranger fan. That's interesting.
Nothing.
Interesting. But instead you chose
I'm all Philly.
Instead you chose the
Phillies, Eagles,
or the Mariners.
Sixers, Seahawks.
So you're
certified.
So you're a certified Philly across the board?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever heard someone that was
I sure am.
say they were a Sixer fan. I mean,
I
unless
am.
it went back to like AI times.
You know, Max is my guy.
I was sick. He was a dog. He was a.
What was it because of AI? Why did you become a Sixer fan? Even though we're talking baseball, I got to know this answer. Why become a Sixer fan?
Because I like my boy Maxie. That's why.
Because it's a Philly team.
It is, yeah, because it's a Philly team too. I would just never get why people go all over the map just to have different teams.
Why not?
It's different.
See the world.
Yeah.
It's different.
Let me see. I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan, LA Dodger, LA Lakers, Knights, Aces. That's it.
I'm all I care about Tennessee.
Like the Bruins. That's a little different.
Down south, he's over here saying, shout out to Dr. J. And I can say, I know you're not that old, brother. I know you're not that old.
He may be. He may be. His birthday's coming up.
Oh,
He
his
may
birthday
be.
is coming up in October.
I'm like, coming
Yeah,
up.
we got to
October,
celebrate
that's
him for
3 months
sure,
away.
for
How
sure.
you gonna say it's coming up? When someone say my birthday,
It's coming up.
that's like me saying,
It's
hey, my
coming
birthday's
up.
coming up, guys. It's next May.
It's coming. It's not going away. It's
I'll be
coming.
eating cake before DP does. So it's cool.
I believe it. Oh, your birthday is coming up before his. Yeah, shout out to that. Whenever your birthday is. I don't remember.
We
when
don't
your
have to
birthday
worry
is,
about that.
Okay. Yeah, he put up. He old man. He old man for sure. No hair. He put it up there. No hair. I didn't want to put. I don't want to put your business out there, brother. Yeah, I don't want to put out there that you bald, but you did it yourself. So can't say it was me. You can't blame me now.
I'll take the blame.
For
So
sure.
what else we got?
It's out there.
Yeah,
It's out there
I
now.
just want to.
Hold on, down south. Wait. Down south, it's out there now. You can't take it back now. You gonna clip this and you're gonna put it out there so everybody knows what you hiding behind that hat and the beanies and the stuff that you wear, the little Santa Claus hat you wear during
DP,
Christmas.
just tell
We
me to
all
hit
gonna know
this and I'll hit it. Just tell me. I'll do it for you.
It's out there. It's out there. It's like all of us wanting to know if Michael Penix has waves. Like he doesn't take off his do-rag, right? So nobody knows what he has underneath there. So I mean, now you just exposed yourself. Breaking news. We could have kept it a secret and got people to tune in to see what it looks like, but you outed yourself.
Start showing the bald head and stuff. Maybe he can get sponsored by Bic or something like that. You know,
the lighter?
No, Bic razors.
Wow.
Oh, the razor. I think we used Gillette. I thought we used Gillette. Bic is old school.
He said he was an old man, so I had to take it old school and take it back to Bic.
That's
I
like one single razor blade.
How do you not know?
That's one single razor. Like that's one that's one blade.
He says, I got the Aaron Jones going on.
Anyway, we're gonna continue this segment. Let's move on. We already know about Big Dumper and her obsession with Big Dumper. Now we know that DP is bald. Let's move on.
Shout out to Cal. So
that was mysterious, but go ahead.
Let's talk a little bit about the All-Star Game. So just tell me a couple of cool pointers, some things. They did implement a lot of a couple new things. Tell me what you guys thought about National being up top for a while and then the comeback, and then let's talk about the inning. Thoughts?
What's your thoughts, Mike?
I like to talk about the inning. So if you want to start,
obviously the first inning for me. The big one was the first ever challenge with the ABS. We talked about that last week here on the show. We know our boy Dupree. It was, we didn't have to worry about any robots or anything swinging a bat or anything like that. That is for sure.
Okay, because I was really worried that was going to happen. So now that that's clarified, there was no AI robots out there hitting balls.
No robots whatsoever. So that was a good thing. But no, the first ever challenge, on that 0-2 pitch versus Manny Machado, which I know you despise, being a Dodger fan.
I can't stand them.
But having that 0-2 pitch and them making the call and the good old fashioned tap of the hat and seeing that actually be overturned. So that was a highlight for me. To see how can this actually work and how fast it was implemented, so to me, it's not gonna where everyone's concerned about slowing down the game. It definitely did not slow the game whatsoever. You're talking about it took literally 5 seconds to confirm it. So I do think that can be a good thing. I do think they need to limit how many times it can be done, whether it being, only so many times an inning, so many times a game, things like that, kind of like they do with the challenges, because I know they do have challenges, of course, in baseball, along with every other sport now. And if they limit those challenges, that's going to be one of the big factors on this home plate, even though it doesn't implement a lot of loss of time. So I do think that can be a good thing. I was a little impartial to it, as I said last week, but I was kind of swayed more like, okay, this can be beneficial for the game, because we all know everyone has human errors with human factors, but it does change it. I just hope that baseball doesn't think they need to do something stupid and go to a complete robotic, home plate type system where just the umpire is listening to someone say, okay, this is what this is. This, as long as they don't try to do something dumb like that and just say, hey, you can challenge it if you want to. So I did enjoy that. The other thing I enjoyed, and I will give respects to the Dodgers. I'm not a big Clayton Kershaw fan, but actually him coming in the second inning as a legend, which is allowed every year. So I did enjoy seeing him be able to pitch and actually have him on the hot mic while he was pitching. So to me, that was one of the good things. His family obviously there. We know that this is more than likely going to be his last season. So they did the same thing, obviously, with Miguel Cabrera. And they're starting to do like a legends type player from each league. And I do think baseball is doing that portion right. So those are the good things. The bad thing that I saw with the whole thing is they really need to do a better job at picking reserves. I understand we have to have a player represented from each team. But there were cats that I'm just like, this dude should not have been at the All-Stars. You know, I mean, that's just my personal opinion, especially when it came to on the National League side. There were certain people that I'm just like, nah, you shouldn't have been there. You know, when it comes to realistically, you know, those that are coming as pitchers, not as much so as the hitters, but the pitching wise, I was just like, no, this who is this dude? I'm like, and I watch baseball every day, and there were guys that I'm just like, I don't even know who this cat is.
Right.
So that was my downfall.
Going back to the umpire and the ABS stuff, I think that it will keep the umpires a little bit more accountable when it comes to calling strikes and balls. That has been across years on years on like them sometimes manipulating the game, you know, going one way or the other. And we've seen, you know, people being tossed for it, you know, when we're seeing it live on TV and they're showing the replay and where the ball sits. And it, you know, it's clearly like one of them was they took a I think a perfect game or something like that away from Yamamoto, and it was a clear strike right down the pipe, and they took that away from him and cost him that. So I think the ABS will keep the umpires a little bit more in check and a little bit more keeping them accountable, and I think it'll be a good thing for baseball. The thing that I kind of was like, this could be kind of crazy was the Diaz thing, right? The Diaz at the end challenging it, and it barely nipped the strike zone, and they called it a strike. Now that kind of brings me like to tennis, right? Like if it nips it, right, it calls it in. Like that's I don't know. I think
They have
for me at least. I think they need to like half the ball or more has to be in the strike zone. Nipping the strike zone like that, like that's crazy work. Like I don't know. I just for me that's the only thing that I can see, but I think it keeps the umpires a little bit more accountable and keeps the game a little bit more.
And I think I like how they showed the process of it too. Like that was kind of popping up on the screen. I don't know if y'all caught that, but I thought that was kind of cool because it does, like, we did talk about it last week. We were talking about like the logistics of it. So I think it's kind of cool that it showed all that to viewers.
Yeah.
No, I agree on that one, you know, with not the nipping. Realistically, I would say like at least 20. I wouldn't say half. I would say 25%. You know, so a quarter of the ball.
But I'm just saying make it more of a strike.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like just get like I was just throwing out a number. I didn't want to be like super
Realistically
technical.
I say 25% of the baseball. I mean, that's my personal thought, because you can still catch enough of the stripe on the outside corners. But to me, it's, you know, we saw the one with Scooball. It was low, is what it was called originally. I'm just like, dude, that's clear as bell right there.
Yeah.
I mean, so that thing actually, there wasn't even, it was legitimately, I want to say probably 99% of the ball was in the zone. Like it was like, no, the umpire just flat out screwed up. You know, we've talked about it across the board with all sports and officiating. I think they need to start giving these umpire grades. I need to think it's like if you have less than a certain percentage, then get sent back down to the minors. You know, bring someone up that has a better. I mean, there has to be some type of punishment. Realistically, if you're doing poorly at your job, you don't get to keep your job. You know, you usually get fired. Well, I'm not saying fire them because they're part of a union, but you can still demote them down to the minor leagues and let them work on things and bring someone up that's actually doing well, that's earned the right to be in the major leagues. So that's what I think.
Yeah, true. They do the same thing with They do the same thing with pitchers.
Yeah, why not do the same thing with umpires? I mean, so that's what I think Major League Baseball needs to implement. It's like, because we have some guys that are like 96% correct. I mean, there was one I looked at the other day. He had, I want to say it was like 22 balls that were the wrong calls. 22 pitches that were the wrong calls in one game.
Crazy.
I'm like, dude, I don't know why Major League Baseball should have been like, at 10, yo, you're coming out. We're just going to roll with, you know, a guy umping from behind the plate or behind the pitcher or something. I mean, that's how bad his strike zone was that game. So I think the umpires need to start being held accountable. Also, you know, Major League Baseball holds the players accountable for doing things wrong, they can't, guess what? It should go the same thing. Umpires. I think that's another one. I was reading a story on this. If a guy strikes out and he starts arguing in the umpire, because these umpires now are quick to toss a player. Well, if they challenge that, and if the umpire is wrong, I think that player should be allowed to be put back into the game. I really do. It's like, no, he had a legitimate reason. He's arguing because when the replay shows this was actually a strike, or it was actually a ball, and you called it strike 3 and toss him because he's arguing, and it shows that you were wrong. No, put him back in the game. Just put him back in the game. He shouldn't be tossed. I think that should be one of the things should realistically happen when it comes to this challenge system.
Yeah, I just think it just depends what team it is. Like if the Dodgers are playing the Giants, just toss everybody, But if we're playing against another team, like the Rockies that don't matter, yeah, challenge it. Let it keep them in the game, It's not going to matter anyway.
That is true. On some of these teams, that is true.
Yeah. But my turn or okay. Turn. So super excited about the game yesterday. Actually got a chance to watch it at Chili's, and then also went down to our local casino and was able to watch the rest of it yesterday. So I was super excited about this game because when I first started out with this game, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Let's see what the chat says real quick. I got invited as an all-star. I had to turn it down. All right, DP. DP is getting called up for everything, bold and all. Okay, so so I was super excited to watch this game. Actually caught the late innings. The national team, they went up 6-0. Looked like it was finna be a blowout until late in the I believe the 7th inning. They cracked 4 and then they cracked 2. In the 9th inning, and they tied the ball game. Now, let me tell you guys, when I was watching this game, and it was 6-4. It was 6-4 in the 9th, and it was into the 9th. I was like, this game's pretty much over, right? And so I left, and I was going to be headed home, and I was headed home, and I got the alert saying that they tied the ball. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so what happens now? Like, what happens? We're tied up. Like, are we going into extra innings? Like, how is this all going to be played out? So I went into the ESPN app that everybody probably has downloaded, clicked on listening, and I said, there's going to be another home run derby. I said, a home run derby? Hold on, wait a minute. So I put that thing in reverse, and you turned it and went straight to the casino to watch it. And they straight up had a home run derby. And mind you, watching this, I said to myself, when was the last time this happened? Well, this happened in 2002, and I believe Joe Torre was and he was there as well yesterday. But I believe he was managing that game as well in 2002. When they also tied and they went into extra innings. Now there's I guess they implemented a new rule where they now do a home run derby, and anybody doesn't know what the tiebreaker is. A home run derby style is a swing off, and it was used to determine the winner. With the National League, ultimately, they did prevail, but you basically have a head-to-head, and I believe you got 3 swings, right? Mm-hmm. And whoever has the most home runs at the end of the 3 rounds wins the game. And so I was super stoked. I actually sat by a guy who put $200 down on Alonso, and we'll get into that, but put $200 down on Alonso to get MVP and lost that money because of this, and which I want to dive into. He lost $200 because of the home run derby at the end. But reason why this girl down here is super excited is because her guy, Kyle, won the MVP because he hit 3 in a row and won the game for the.
He didn't just hit 3; he bombed 3. Okay.
He hit 3. He hit 3.
No, I'm gonna agree with that one. I wouldn't even say bomb. He crushed him.
I mean, you also agreed that.
That's why we call him.
We're talking about the same guy agreed that dude has the big dumper. I mean,
Dude, he's a catcher. Everyone knows if they're catchers, they
Keep talking about my guy because I love this. You know.
Pause.
See,
Mark,
I'm just making
Mark.
a wish she's enjoying it. We got down south and they're saying, it's not just the dumper. He's straight up saying it's the dumpster.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait a second. Just.
Okay. Anyway, so back to the home run derby.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on because we know you married, and so I'm not gonna get on you on that. That's why he's turning red right now. But anyway, yeah, it was exciting to see. Like at the end of the day, I think that style of a swing off was super exciting, and if it's something that the MLB needs to implement, right? To bring in more of a crowd or anything. Like, it brought me in. Like I'm like no extra innings. You mean we're doing a home run derby? Let's do this every game. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I was super excited to watch it. I was on the edge of my seat. Yeah, it was exciting to see. And yeah, because I really thought that this game was over, you know, and to see what happens afterwards, to see this new this being implemented, it was a sight to see. Even though, yeah, the Phillies guy ended up getting MVP. That was the only downfall of that. Anyway, but go ahead.
With that, I'm gonna hop in off of that one. So with that being said, in my personal opinion, I do think Pete Alonso should have won the MVP. Okay.
Right, because it was in the game. Like I believe that, like you know, he played in the game and helped them win. Yeah. The national thing, and it based off of a home run derby with a dude that just hit 3 bombers with a guy basically pitching to you at
game.
Like.
So what's the problem?
Stop playing. This.
So what's the problem?
Without
those 3 bombs,
he was throwing it 60 miles an hour right down the center of the plate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
that to me, no. I agree with you on that, on the aspect. You know, it should have been Pete Alonso winning the MVP. He was the one who deserved it, being the winning. You know, a part of the winning team. And I don't think it should have went to. Yeah, to me he got robbed. I agree with that. I do not think Schwarber should have won the MVP because he hit 60-mile-an-hour pitches. But it was impressive.
She has the sniffles now. She's crying now.
My
bad. I take that back.
Yeah, no, it should go.
Lonzo
should go.
It should
go off of who was in the game. I do agree with that 100%. Not because of home run derby. I also agree with you on the fact being that baseball needs to either because we talked about this also last week with extra innings. 77% of fans and players hate the extra innings rule where a runner starts at second base. I'm like, why don't we just say forget it and implement this?
Yeah.
And then you also got to, Mark, you also got to think about the games that are double headers. Like, and if one of the game, like the first game goes into extra innings, right? Like, and
they
have
changed
a double
the rule. Well, so they actually have another rule, but luckily we have not had to see that implemented in Major League Baseball. But they actually have another rule. If there is a double header and it goes into extra innings, they actually make that second game. And I believe they're supposed to change I believe it only goes to 7 innings or something. It's some stupid rule, but it's never had to been completed because usually it never happens on the first game.
I think that's stupid too. Like, why would you cut down on? Okay, just too many rules being implemented.
Simplify it.
Keep it simple, stupid, right?
Just simplify it.
Easiest method. Just keep it simple. But
everything should be simple in life,
Yeah, life is not simple anymore.
Never mind.
But people complicate it all the time.
Yeah, they make it complicated. Some people make it complicated,
Yeah, but your boy Ellie De La Cruz proved once again what his problem is in hitting, striking out. I mean,
I was excited to see him in there. I don't think that he should have been in there, but I was excited that he was. He's an exciting player. I was hoping he can still first to third or something like that, and kind of see that entertainment. But
yeah,
the home run derby made up for it.
No, I do think I agree with that. I also like when it
Still
comes
getting
to
his jersey.
when it comes to statistically, that's the part that I don't understand with the whole MVP thing with Schwarber, because he's actually not even credited as the person that won. It's literally on Major League Stats. It's under batter 1, batter 2, batter 3. So he doesn't even get the credit for it, even though he was the one that won it. So that's where he shouldn't have got the MVP. It's like,
I agree.
So I think baseball does need to change that. Like, it's just common sense. When it comes to the game, he was 0 for 2 with a walk.
For real.
He did nothing. He was a DH.
He was a DH. He did nothing.
But no, that's.
I thought we was in church. I'm sorry, guys. He was preaching over here.
Right. No. With that being said, I mean, I'd probably say this is one of the better All-Star games that I've seen in recent years.
I think one thing we forgot to talk about was hammering Hank and the tribute. I thought that was such an amazing tribute to the hammering Hank.
Yeah. Plus, with having his wife right there in the stands to see this, that is a pretty memorable, to see something like that. And I thought they did a fantastic job with it. I do think it's like, if you have someone that's represented, I hope Philadelphia can do something similar next year, and it should be for Pete Rose.
Oh, you gonna stay on that Pete Rose?
I'm gonna stay on the Pete Rose. I mean, he was World Series champion with the Philadelphia Phillies in 1980.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Pay respects to the man.
Good old Pete.
So they're finally letting him in the Hall of Fame, as long as the stupid Writers Association doesn't screw that up, because he deserves to be there. I mean, Rob Manfred actually made the right choice in finally saying, well, he's gone. It's unfortunate that he had to die in order for him to go into the Hall of Fame, because he deserved it. It's like, what's wrong with gambling? I mean, we're looking at there's someone else. I mean, it's part of the game.
It is part of the game, and this is a perfect time to tell you guys that the Sports Lounge Media has started a bet on Friday that you guys need to tune in with all of your sports needs and your gambling needs. It doesn't matter if you're Pete Rose. Doesn't matter if you're the dude in the NFL that got
or the dude who lost 200 last night. He might need to watch us.
That's the problem. He didn't watch SML bets on Friday night. That was what happened.
Yeah. 100%. But anyways, yeah, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with betting. There's nothing wrong with betting on yourself. Go ahead.
As long
exactly.
as
you're betting on yourself. You're betting on your team. What's wrong with it? If you think you're that good, yeah, you're going to take that win.
Because some people can throw the game, I think, and you could still win.
Yeah,
kind of takes away the integrity of the game.
But you got to remember, this was in the the 90s when he was accused of it, and when it all happened. It's not like they had parlay cards, or you either, like, oh, this is the over under. It's like, no, you either win or you lose. That's all it was.
Oh, I thought Sarai just seen the dumpster or something, the dumpy. She looked real quick. She was like, whoa, wait a minute.
But no, so hopefully Philadelphia can do something, same thing for Pete Rose. I mean, it should be done. Major League Baseball needs to do their part and putting him in the Hall of Fame, along with the likes of Barry Bonds, who deserves to be there, and quite a few other players. These writers need to stop doing what they're doing and thinking because they hold a pen and a paper and write these articles, it's affecting their characters. I mean, some of these guys have probably never played a day, even in Little League on a baseball field. But, I can write about it. I don't care if you can write about it.
Yeah.
If you've never played the game, you shouldn't be a person that has the ultimate decision for these guys making the Hall of Fame.
Right.
What if they didn't play, but they help coach?
That's a different story. I mean, you understand the game. Some of these guys,
no pun intended.
Some of these guys, you're still a part of the game.
Got you.
I've played it.
What if you filmed a game.
No. That's like saying if you film a home video of your kids, running around the bases, it makes you a movie director.
No, I mean like that gets the content for the game to break it all down.
Again, that doesn't make you a movie director or a TV director.
But it gives you the intel of the game.
No.
I mean that's why people watch. That's why the players watch film.
They watch film, but it's because they're watching the plays. They're not watching. They're not paying it. They don't care who recorded it.
They shouldn't care who recorded it, but the person.
So then
that
why should they be given
care.
credit? I mean, just because they set up a camera, when you watch film, a lot of times they're running cameras that just sit there and move back and forth with movement, or they have a guy standing there eating a hot dog with the camera going back and forth. He's not paying attention to the game. So no, you shouldn't be given credit.
What if they're a bat boy?
No, that's like
they're in the game.
That's like saying that 92-year-old man that's always playing as a ball boy or bat boy down the left field line should have the opportunity to be in the Hall of Fame. Well, I was on the field. Well, no.
Technically was on the field.
I mean, that's the same thing as saying like someone who throws out the first pitch. Well, hey, I throw a pitch at Major League Baseball. I should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but bad boys are always there, though.
No, because it actually rotates all the time.
I think we'll just leave the Hall of Fame how it is. I think that's what we're gonna do.
And that's why it's always an honor to be in Major League Baseball because it
cut us off. I mean, I was gonna go all the way down to the grandchildren and the kids, like the pregnant woman that watches and the kid is in the stomach and you didn't cut us off.
I was just listening.
But no, so I mean, what else we got? Anything else?
No, I think we've covered it all. You guys have any last thoughts?
No.
Crickets.
I mean, I'm just ready for.
I mean, what did you think? I mean, you haven't spoke a little bit about the game itself. Did you watch the game?
I haven't spoken about the game. I just talked about Hank. I could talk about the music because the music was great. Zach Brown Band. We could talk about Kane Brown. We could talk about all the other performers.
There were performers there?
Oh, Schwarber won the MVP. He's bringing it back to Philly, so I'm excited about that. I'm surprised you haven't talked about Ohtani. Like, why didn't you mention anything about Ohtani?
They're gonna have a parade for him for Kyle. No. He's bringing it back to Philly.
No, I'm just saying he's bringing another MVP back to Philly. I mean,
no, that's just like.
I don't need to talk about Ohtani. Everybody knows he's great.
I'll almost say this: Schwarber winning the MVP for the All-Star Game this year is like the Dodgers taking credit for winning the World Series in 2020. It just shouldn't count.
Stop hating.
It shouldn't count. It's just simple as that.
Stop hating.
Put an asterisk next to that mug. I mean, you want it off an exception.
So yeah, but yeah, all the points you guys basically hit.
Did we?
Now my question is this, right? Would you ever like try to attend something like this, whether it being like a home run derby or the Saturday? Because not only do they have the home run derby, the All-Star weekend is literally it starts on Sunday night because baseball ends all games at 1:00, and whoever's hosting the city, they have celebrity softball tournaments or softball games. They do a lot of interactions with the fans. That's the one thing that I like about Major League Baseball when it comes to All-Star weekend.
You know what
I would love to go to a celebrity All-Star game. Not to cut Sarai off, but I would love to go to a celebrity All-Star game, especially if Huda's there. Especially if Huda is there, like I will be in them seats. You know what I'm saying? So whatever.
I actually thought it was pretty cool. I'm such a foodie, and I didn't realize at the All-Star Village that they bring in different foods from the different stadiums. Mm-hmm. And somebody was talking about that, and I was like, "Oh, that is so cool!" Because if you can't go to all the stadiums, then you can't try all the food. You at least
can try the food. Yeah.
So I was like,
the main dishes. I mean, I think that was pretty good. I'm right there with you. As long as I got food to eat, I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'm such a foodie. I love food. So, but I thought that was cool. So yeah, I would definitely attend for sure. I've attended an All-Star basketball game. So yeah, baseball would be kind of cool to attend.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's
How boring was
actually
the All-Star basketball game? I mean, because there's no defense whatsoever. At least you saw. I mean, speaking of defense,
Are
you
you
have to
talking
look at
about the week? Are you talking about NBA week? Or are you talking about the actual game?
The actual game.
Oh, okay.
It was
so there was like no
I want
defense going on. The score was like 2 billion to 1,999,000. I mean, there's literally no defense. NBA All-Star game is horrible. I do wish
I
that
mean,
they would make it.
it's just like the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, the Pro
No
Bowl is
different than the
Yeah,
Pro
pointless.
the
Bowl.
Pro Bowl I would never go to now that they changed it. Like first it was flag, and then it's like all these like games. Now I'm like,
Yeah, no, I think the Pro Bowl is a joke. I think the NBA All-Star game is a joke. I mean, at least this was competitive
mm-hmm.
up until the last minute. I mean, you saw that young rookie from the Brewers, Miziorowski, whatever. I can't even say his name. It's so, yeah, it's Miziorowski, Jacob
Oh
Miziorowski.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I remember seeing him.
rookie pitcher. He only has 5 career starts, and he had 9 pitches over 100 miles an hour. I mean, they were straight. Even Paul Skeens in the first inning, it was like, here's my fastball. Let's see if you can hit it. And these guys, you're talking about people that you're facing every day, and they're still bringing the gas.
Yeah.
So I do like that when it comes. It's still competitive. It's not like, here, let me lob this up there like they do in these other sports. I do wish baseball would bring it back where whoever, a few years ago, probably it's been about 10 years now, whoever won the All-Star game, they got to host home field advantage. Now they just have it set up as whoever has the best record overall is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
I think that would make it even more competitive if they bring that back.
Yeah, I mean, find a way, or so, but like I said, the competition wise, I do like that. Goes into extra innings with the home run derby. I do like the fact is that the pitchers were still bringing the gas.
I think another thing I didn't mention is they actually got to wear their own team jerseys, right?
Yes, that actually came back this year. Last year, this was the first year they brought that back, and that's how it should be. That was
I
one of the
love
biggest.
that actually.
Yeah,
'Cause they could
that
put
was one of the
names
biggest
and-
complaints.
Ooh, you said something we didn't mention.
See, I pay attention.
Yeah, no,
It was-
that's one of the things that should happen. I think you're representing your team. You should always represent your team, not this, East.
Yeah, I
and
did
West.
really like that actually. I think that is so cool.
I wish basketball
bet.
would have done something like that with the All-Star game, but now they don't even have an East and West. It's just, I mean, yeah. So that's I do like that though. I would say that.
Yeah, same.
All
so
right, is that it?
Yep, that's it.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. This is the end of our show. We want you guys to go ahead and hit that QR code. That's going to take you to www.sportsloungemedia.com, where you're going to be able to see all of our content, all of our stuff. We also are live even right now on our website. So you guys are going to be able to catch a lot of different things. We are coding it to where you're able to see what we have coming in the near future on First and Goal and also primetime games. So you're going to want to tune into that. You want to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and all of our socials. See it there. Please visit us at sportsloungemedia.com, or you can scan that QR code to see all of our great content and our great members of the Sports Lounge Media that makes us go. And we're going to end.
Real quick. I'm going to make this breaking announcement right now, and it does deal with the NFL, which obviously we all have our football teams. But Von Miller has just announced that he is going to be signing with the Washington Commanders.
Interesting.
That they get a lot of old people over there. They're gonna
Maybe they get their name back, just like in the poll that we released here on Sports Lounge Media. They might be changing it back to the Redskins because the Native Americans are fighting for it.
Nah, it's not gonna happen. But anyway, Sarai has a new little hearts and hows and mouse and kitties or kitty or what is it?
Hearts and meows.
Hearts and meows.
I'm trying to convince you to I'm trying to convince her to start hearts and hooves. I'm trying to convince her. I mean, she's in Texas. You might as well start hearts and hooves. You can get cows and horses too.
Maybe.
Man, that'd be wild. That'd be wild. But yeah, tell us about the new dog up for adoption. A little bit about that story. Where people can find you, where they can donate. What is the most important to donate if they're donating products? and whatever else. Go ahead, take it away, Sorai.
Yeah, so Hearts and House is our nonprofit organization. Basically, what we do is we are a group of committed volunteers that do seek out help for abandoned dogs that are in our community or within the DFW area. We also help get them vetted and adopted out after their vet visit. We do have a couple of dogs on our website if you're interested in adopting. We do have exciting news that Cassie, who we've been talking about all the previous shows, she actually went to her meeting today. So I'm excited.
Let's go.
Because Friday she starts her trial. So how our organization does is we start out with you fill out your application, then we do a meet and greet, and then from there we actually give you a week trial just to be with the dog to see how the dog is going to be, how it's going to react, and how it's going to function within your home and your livelihood. And then from there, agreement is signed. And then we also do offer, if at any time or any point of after the adoption, if anything happens, we just ask that you return our dogs back to our rescue so that we can help get them a forever home, which it hardly ever happens. So excited about that. But yeah, so Cassie, who we've been talking about, super excited for. She's been in our foster care for almost 2 years. So we have been taking care of her. She's quite the pup. So we do have others on our website. If you're interested, go check them out. We also have a couple of kitties. If you're a cat
Ooh, kitties. I like kitties.
If you are
that came off wrong. My bad, guys.
If you are a cat lover, definitely check out our website. You can also donate. All donations that come in help support the vetting costs, like I mentioned. Sometimes it helps transportation. Sometimes it helps out with anything with the foster care needs, because we also provide that. So we also have an Amazon list. I will attach it to all our social medias. Get on there, buy a bone for one of the dogs, or buy food. It just has different items there that goes to the foster care. So a little bit about Hearts and House.
All right, there it is. So
you are turning red.
So no, that's tonight's show. We want to thank you guys for tuning in, and remember, follow us, like us, share the page, everything, hit that replay, and let's continue to go forward. And we just want to thank you all, and we hope you all have a blessed evening. Again, we thank you for our sponsors. So we all say this: we hope you all have a good night, and peace out.
Bye, Cal.